Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. How are you, my sweet, sweet Pussycat Nation? It's nice to have you in here for an energy reading. We're going to actually, well, I shouldn't say it. Well, I'm always reading energy, but it's going to be the universe. The universe is going to talk to you. What would the universe like to talk to you? What would the universe like to say to you? I'm going to be the conduit of that information for you to allow it to flow through me to you. It's kind of fun right now. I've got blue jays have been coming into my feeder. Yesterday, one bopped in just for a split second before I started Gemini's reading. And now as I'm sitting here, one came in again. So just a little after 9 o'clock seems to be their time frame in the morning. And the feeder is small, but they get their big fat ass in there. And he stayed and he ate a whole bunch and he flew away. And another one came in right after. So it's kind of fun because they don't really come here because it's a new subdivision and there aren't any trees. And you know, blue jays tend to like the big trees. So I think word got around that there was some good seed here, man. There's some good seed over there. All right, so what I'm gonna do, Leo, I'm starting with my Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and then I'm going into, oh, which one is this? This is the Book of Shadows Tarot, Volume 2. That's what this is. And then I have my teeny tiny Rider-Waite deck if I need to use it. So I'm going to start with the animals. The animals are going to kind of bring out the topic of the discussion, and then we're going to start expanding onto that. It's general, so it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. All right, Leo, what does the universe want to say to you? What does the universe want to discuss with you at this time? What would the universe like to say to Leo or discuss with Leo? Jeez, it's getting away on. Oh my goodness. Okay, come here. Oh, this and that are true. Okay, so what the hell? Oh boy, it's going to be one of those. This and that are true. Nothing is really incorrect here. This is true. You might be thinking, okay, you might be in a situation right now, something going on in your life where maybe it feels like you could do this, but then you think, well, you really can't. Well, that's true. It's like literally, there's sort of some conundrum here. So the universe at least wants to talk to you about a conundrum. Yeah, so maybe it could be sort of like, well, oh, I love peanut butter sandwiches, but my kid is allergic to them, so I can't eat them. Well, this and that are true, right? Like, it's got that kind of ring to it. But the dolphin, now the dolphin represents healing. So it could have something to do with healing. I think of two dolphins are excellent communicators. That's never come in before, but it's quite true. They're very excellent communicators and they work really, really well in a group. So this could have something to do with a group dynamic around you. It could be sort of like that person drives me nuts. I can't stand them. But it's my sister and she's got no one else, right? Like it's like, well, this and that are true. At the bottom, butterfly, transformation is beautiful. Take the lead. Okay, so you're being asked to take the lead. You're transforming something, but this and that are also true. Well, I can read over. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is because it's just time for you to move forward out of this. Maybe you're being held back. I almost have the Eight of Swords kind of feeling with this, where feeling like you can't really move forward. You don't have any choices in a situation because, yeah, maybe you can't stand your sister because your sister or your brother and they have nobody else. And I don't know, well, this and that is true. So you're being asked to transform something here. Take the lead and transformation is beautiful. You're being asked to step in. And look at this, this is not a monarch butterfly. Am I incorrect in thinking that there's an emperor butterfly and that this is it? I feel like that. But too, like I'm noticing the crown too, which kind of has that feeling of like, you know, an emperor, a king, and Leo, the lion. If anyone was going to wear a crown in the zodiac, it would be you. So you are meant to transform something here by taking the lead. And this stag has got it going on, honey. This stag is all dressed up and looking fine. So this is putting on your best, looking your best, feeling your best, having confidence. There's something too about the unique, some sort of unique peculiarity. I'm having a lot of trouble saying long words with the metal inside my mouth. When that comes out, I don't know what my excuse will be, but anyways, there's something very unique about this stag, right? Like it's a big white stag, and then he's adorned himself with all these wonderful things he's found in the forest. Like, hey, honeys, look at me. And it's just like, hey, world, look at me. Hey, forest, look at me. But this is taking the lead because this is also like, this is my area and I own it. I own it and I look good doing it. There's an awful lot of all of that typical Leo energy coming out here. Now, isn't that funny? Because I feel like I'm always fighting with you guys. Not like verbally or meanly, just with your energy. The very first Leo reading I ever did, and it always feels like maybe that's kind of the Leo tribe that I've initially attracted, was not feeling that you were good enough or something. That reading, there was, you know, a lot of shit that happened in your life. The reading happened about 2.5 years ago. Probably, yeah, about 2.5 years ago. And it was really the biggest thing that got my channel moving forward. I think I gained like 2,000 subscribers in a couple of weeks. If that, it was probably even less time. But it was so profound doing the reading that, how do you not think that you don't deserve this? I mean, all the cards are showing that you absolutely do. Just because all this shit has happened in your life, it doesn't mean that that defines what you deserve and what you don't deserve. So, I do feel like, and this is how I'm coming around with this, that often when I do the Leo readings, I'm often trying to encourage you guys to take on this, what people typically see as Leo, being really prideful, being like proud of who they are and demonstrating it, and, you know, doing what a cat would do, like looking their best, hair looks good, makeup looks good, everything looks good. And however that is for you, maybe it's just simply brushing your hair. You don't have to have a fancy style, you don't have to color it, but maybe it is to you, whatever it is to you. These unique qualities of leadership too that Leo has. The leader is Leo. Leo is the leader of the zodiac. Leo is the sun. Without the sun, we do not have a solar system. That was a big reading too, about your planetary energy. Well, it's not a planet, it's a star. It's the sun. So that's pretty profound. And what's very curious is doing this reading up to this point for all the other zodiacs. The Blue Jays are coming in. Hi, buddy. You came right in there. Nice to see you. Come back again. Yeah. Oh, they're getting comfortable here. They feel safe. That's so nice. So, all the other zodiacs this week. Aries was told you got to work on your patience. You need to be patient right now. There's something you need to be patient for. Taurus was told, stop digging your heels in. Would you allow the universe to take you to your fate, so that you can claim your destiny? Determine that for yourself. Stop digging your heels in, right? These are things that typically are difficult for these signs to do. They're not something that is naturally part of them. Gemini was, you know what, you got to play the bullshit game right now. Just get in there and just act as if everything is fine. Act as if you have the winning hand, because you do. Just don't come out the Queen of Swords. This is not the time to do that, which is hard for them. And Cancer was about, can you bring out all this beautiful, deep emotion that you have and start showing it and don't keep it hidden so much? You are the complete opposite side of the spectrum. This is, well, yeah, on some, like, those are the things that those signs find a little more difficult. That's the challenge. This should not really be the challenge for you. So maybe that's just why I got you guys. I'm always here to push you and tell you how beautiful and wonderful and deserving you are, and that this is your time to transform a situation and take the lead. It's your time to really be Leo. You know, if I was doing this for Aries, I would say, this is your time to really be, to not think before you do anything, just do it. Like, just react, just go with life, just flow, just find what drives your passion and do it. You know, it'd be so easy to tell them to do that. It should be easy for me to tell you to do this, but it doesn't feel like that is always the way. This and that are true. Let's get into the tarot, shall we? Let's get into the tarot. Maybe it's time for you to step in your family unit as the leader in your family unit. You know, I keep seeing too. I keep. It's funny. More of a masculine energy keeps coming into my mind's eye doing this reading, but it doesn't have to be like. It's almost, you don't have to like view yourself as masculine or feminine, or you could not view yourself as either. But this is definitely stepping into a more masculine cycle for yourself. And so I'm kind of getting with this as well that, you know, maybe you're not the oldest in your family unit. Maybe you're not the, you know, you could be, I don't know. I'm just getting like you could be the youngest sibling, like a boy, and have like 4 or 5 older sisters or something like that. And it's time for someone to kind of step up and be a leader in the family even. And perhaps both parents are gone, or they're starting to fail. Their mental capacity is kind of becoming reduced here, and someone needs to step in and really be the leader here. And maybe it doesn't feel like it's the natural spot for you to do this, but there's something about your masculinity, the masculine energy that you have within yourself. And Leo is, right? Leo is a masculine sign. And we're talking about a stag here. So it's time to take the lead. So what I'm getting to, this and that is true, is, yeah, possibly maybe you don't seem like you're the natural one to do this, but you are. So this and that are true about this statement. This and that are true. Oh, I want to do what's stuck in my hand. I literally can't get it out. The Knight of Wands. Oh, there's movement, honey. This is like preparing for movement. The Knights in this deck are really interesting. Yeah, because the Knight of Cups is not moving. The Knight of Wands is not moving. But the Knight of Wands is preparing for an evening of enjoyment. I'm putting it back in. I don't feel like it could be. But this is preparation. It's almost like preparing you for the movement that you would be most comfortable in if you allowed yourself to do that. Or if you stopped believing what your capacity in some sort of situation can or would or should be. All right, I'm going to pull one out for each of these. This and that are true. Transformation is beautiful. You are beautiful. Take the lead. You're looking good. Oh, no, don't you come in. The starlings are coming in. The blue jays will chase you away. If anybody else is going to be aggressive with you, it'll be blue jays. Okay, this and that are true. Oh, lovers. It's like choices. This choice is good and that choice is good. That choice is bad and this choice is bad. Holy crap. Transformation is beautiful. The moon. Oh, wow. It's really sexy. It's just like this naked woman in the moonlight in the water, and then there's this white werewolf watching her. It's a little bit sexy. So you're sexy. Stag spirit. Take the lead. You got the 8 of Swords here with it. No. Yes. Oh, it's funny. It's the 8 of Cups, but it has the feeling of the 8 of Swords because of the artwork. Like she's bogged down by all these books, like studying, learning. Isn't that funny? Like it does have the feeling of not being able to move because there's so much to research here. You may have even pulled yourself away emotionally from a situation here. Maybe it has something to do with the dynamic around you. It could be work. It could be your family. You have the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. Well, maybe it has something to do with work. It definitely has something to do with putting the work into something that really has meaning. There's balance here that's meant to be achieved. And it feels like the best way for balance to be achieved in some sort of situation is for you to take the goddamn lead. I was going to say, Leo. You wouldn't have to think that you'd have to say that to Leo, but my pussycats, I think because you're also very humble. You're also very humble, pussycats. Because that could be that could be a more negative or lower vibrational energy of Leo, is being overly prideful and being very big ego, very hugely ego driven. And prior, when I used to have comments, and I used to get some cross watchers going, oh, Leo has such a big ego. And I'm gonna be honest with you, actually, the Leos that I know, my stepdad was a Leo. I have another friend, close friend, and she's a Leo. Not big egos at all. They do have a lot of respect for themselves, though. I would say that they have a lot of respect for themselves, and perhaps maybe people that don't have as much respect for themselves are projecting on some Leos and thinking that they have big egos. Although some do, but I haven't really met. To be honest, I haven't met. I like all the pussycats that I meet. So you guys got to stand up. You got to come in as I want to say the king of the plains. Why do we call it the jungle? Lions don't live in the jungle. The king of the plains, man. The leader. And, you know, even too, I mean, Leo is depicted as the male lion because it is a masculine sign, but even think about the female lionesses. The female lion is almost like a redundant statement. So the lionesses, they have very strong leadership skills. You know what? Half the time the male is wandering around, peeing all over the territory and roaring and protecting it. But the lionesses themselves, so even the feminine aspect of you, and this could be talking about this balance with the Two of Cups and how you put your work in, or how you're going to put some work into something here. They're keeping that, like they're keeping the cohesion together. They're getting along. They need to get along. They often have all their cubs at the same time. They're rearing all the cubs together. Like there's a sense of leadership, but yet I'm picturing you like on the outskirts, like on the perimeter, being that male lion. And really that's kind of redundant, isn't it? Because a lion would imply the masculine. So the lion walking around that perimeter. Walking around the perimeter, and the lionesses are in the middle. See, and I keep getting that almost as if like a brother or the male. And there's a lot of feminine in your family, or there's a lot of feminine. What is that? With the Eight of Pentacles, it could be too. Like maybe there's a lot of feminine where you work. Well, she's feminine. So it's time to take the lead here. You're really, okay, and two, transformation, you're meant to transform something here, some sort of situation, and it involves you taking the lead. It really seems like it's the only way that this could transform. At least right now, how the story's being told. I mean, nothing is really written in stone. But I do get the sense too, when the universe is asking us to step up to do something in our lives, and when we don't do it, you could end up with a tower moment at some point. So it ends up kind of happening, but it doesn't happen, you know, in a way that is more easily dealt with. So by taking the lead here, it might feel uncomfortable for you. It might feel like, well, I don't really think it's my place to do this. Something will still happen here, but it will probably be more drawn out if you don't take the lead. And it would also probably be just feeling more like a situation is, you don't have much control over it, because the universe has said, well, screw this shit. You're not doing it, so we're going to do it. But this here, the moon is perhaps transforming illusions, perhaps moving beyond fears. I almost feel like you're ready to move beyond something that might have made you feel uncomfortable. The Eight of Cups is intriguing. This is where I feel like it's almost like that lion who's walking around the perimeter, you know, like miles and miles away from where the actual pride is, doing the perimeter walk with this Eight of Cups, not being emotionally connected, just focusing on what it is that you're doing. But it's like this emotional disconnection has something to do with something that's important for you to take a lead on. Well, there's Two of Cups, you would think. Now, this and that are true. What is this true? I mean, could this even be a choice in partnership for yourself? walking along the outskirts of a relationship, tiptoeing through it, walking on eggshells, not putting yourself fully into it, not committing to the idea of it. If this is something that is feeling really, really good for you, you are being asked to kind of step up and transform this into more than what it is right now. I feel like there's a question, and maybe I'm not meant to know what it is because it's your reading, but I'm just nosy, so let's go with that. There's a question here that you're asking yourself about some sort of choice to make. And it could have a choice to do with partnership. You do have the Two of Cups now that I think of that with the Lovers. You could be debating on how you make a romantic choice or how you make a choice involving some sort of partnership that's important to you. And you could be falling on, or sort of leaning on past experiences and how you were seen as a leader. Because we have a natural, innate characteristic in a zodiac doesn't always mean that we're born into that. And I think, quite frankly, actually, we're sort of meant to work on claiming it. So, you know, maybe that's why I read Leo as I often do, that you are working on claiming this real strong ability to be a leader and to have a lot of faith and confidence in yourself. So let's see. Let's see, the Dolphin. What is true? Well, this and that is true, right? Six of Swords and the Devil. Okay, so it's true. So the universe is leading you somewhere. Does it feel like the universe is leading you towards something that feels like you could get lost in it? It could turn out toxic. I feel like the universe, if it's leading you to something that binds you. It's leading you to something that's making you feel held back. It's leading you, yes. So, are the angels working with me? Yes. Are the angels leading me to the devil? Yes. This and that are true. So, really, it's about. But I think you can't do this. You can't get away from this until you face it, right? You can't resolve it until you face it. Okay, so the Lovers. It's interesting because the Lovers is number 6 as well, as is the Six of Swords. Being led so Six of Cups, the Lovers. So this is interesting. Okay. The Page of Cups and Justice is the Lovers. You don't have to go in big here. You don't, whatever this is, you don't have to go in real big. Just going in kind of small. I don't know. It's not huge, but it brings balance here. It almost, look at, like Justice and the Devil. It releases you from something that you feel very toxically held by. So yes, could it feel scary with the Moon? Yeah, it could. That's true. But even though it might frighten the shit out of you, or it might trigger some things in you that make you feel very uncomfortable, it's also going to free you. This is a really interesting reading. So yes, your angels are guiding you to the devil, and yes, your angels are working in your favor. So the Moon and transformation is beautiful. Look at the Knight of Cups. There we go. I don't know, there's something really sexy about this card. This also has, well, the Moon does have that too, about transforming, sort of taking control over your more animalistic nature, right? We have this white werewolf here. looking at the moon, and we associate like the full moon with werewolves, people that transform. When someone could use, so yes, you do have very beautiful states, very innocent, pure aspects of yourself, but you also do have kind of a wild, untamed element to you. That's okay. This transformation is beautiful. Maybe you go in and out of these. Maybe sometimes you're not your best person. You don't feel like you're functioning in your best element. None of us are all the time. That's okay. The Knight of Cups, though, this is feeling pretty comfortable and confident in the different elements of yourself, even parts of you that might scare you, parts of yourself that might scare you, and just moving forward and saying, this is okay. I put it all in my cup and off I go. Now this is a really interesting knight, because he has the wings of Nike on his head, which I would have associated with the Knight of Swords. I don't know how I've never noticed that before. A messenger too. Swiftly moving. Take the lead, but you have the Eight of Cups. Is taking the lead becoming emotionally distant? That doesn't feel like leadership. I guess in some aspects it could be, if you need to be very clear-headed about something. Take the lead, the Eight of Cups. Take the lead, the Eight of Cups. Maybe it is. You know, now I'm picturing you, I don't know what I'm getting this, like if you have siblings and some major decisions need to be made. And like it's best not to get emotional about it, you know, because that's something that could become quite emotional. I mean, you grew up together. I don't have any of my own siblings, but I watch it enough to see the people that you are the hardest with and also can be the most loving with. Like you can have extremes here, sort of like that moon card. So it's best to be a leader in this situation and not get involved emotionally. Stag, the Eight of Cups. Oh, whoa, whoa. This and that are true. You have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Oh yeah, that's coming out of the gates, big time. Going from the Eight of Cups, that's almost like that lion that's been patrolling for the longest time, comes back with a big roar. And all the lionesses can hear him, you know, they get excited to see each other. The cats are like, oh, hi, and they rub and they purr and they play, and the lionesses will get quite playful with the male. But it is that sense of being gone, being distant, and then you come in and it's like roar, roar. And you know, walking in, you see that male when he knows he's welcome, and he's coming in, he's confident, he's almost doing like a canter coming in. That's almost like, this is like cantering. Stag, show it off. Look at that, show it off. Stag, canter, look really good. Be really proud about who you are. That's the way forward, honey. That's the way forward. What is this? We better clarify that. The Two of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. Wow, this feels like you coming into your own. Real nice. The Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. This really does have a sense of being away for a time with the Five of Swords again. You know, maybe for some of you, maybe there's like a sibling that you haven't talked to in a long time. I don't know why sibling keeps coming up. I'm trying to remember what your house represents. I'm so bad with that. Siblings is more Gemini, I think. Oh, you do have the Lovers. So that could be that, right? Yeah. There's that. There's so many messages coming in with this. And then there's also whatever it is, like allowing bygones to be bygones and moving forward and really being like claiming your independence here and shining your light very brightly. There's that really sexy energy again that I'm getting with the moon. And this transformation is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful, Leo. The Eight of Pentacles. Well, if you don't do it, the universe is going to do it. Remember I told you, if you don't do something, the universe will create tower moments. You have the tower moment with the Six of Wands. Yeah, so something's going to change here dramatically. But it's also your energy with the Six of Wands is Leo. I don't remember what planetary placement it is. It's Leo and something. But wow, look at you have, this is awesome. You might be going through a big transformation in the new year because you have this, well, yeah, you have 6, 6, and 6, and you have the Devil. But sixes represent balance and harmony, reciprocation. If you think about, like, in the tarot, there isn't, I think all of the minor arcana in each element, like a 2, they're not always great. I mean, you got the Two of Cups, which is good. You got the Two of Swords, which isn't great. You're sitting in a decision. You don't know all the facts. You're not sure what to do. You have the Two of Pentacles. You're kind of juggling resources, trying to figure out what you could do. You're not necessarily focusing on what you'd really like to focus on. What am I missing there? Oh, and the Two of Wands, which is kind of getting ready to go. But think of like swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Those can be. But sixes, the Six of Wands is success. The Six of Swords is going in the right direction, going somewhere where the universe is guiding you here. You're giving the universe the reins to this wagon, the wheel to the boat. The blue jays are, hear him. He was calling. Did you hear him? Yeah, he's agreeing with me. Something big for you in 2022, I feel like, because that all adds up to sixes, right? 3 2s make us 2, yeah, 6. And another 6. I'm really curious. I'm actually kind of excited to do, after I finish this round of readings this week, I don't know. Where am I at? Am I behind or am I on time? I think I don't know. So I'm going to be doing our 2022s. I'm going to be looking into that, and I feel like there's something there for you. I love the blue jay. He's so comfortable. He's standing on the railing. Look at that. He's coming in over and over again. So beautiful to see. Yeah, anyway, so I'm done your reading. Done your reading. I feel like there's success here for you. Two of Swords. You just don't know what to do yet to start your manifestation. There's something key for you in the new year. You're pulling out the sixes, honey. You're pulling them out, and you're meeting the Devil head on to resolve something in your life. Yeah, it's good. It's good energy. Yeah, okay. So anyways, that's all I got. I'm going to go do the extended and see what I pull out for that. Thank you so much, Pussycat Tribe. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.